As long as we have you here, I'd like to ask you about your experiences in the movie business, because Island was involved in the production and distribution of lots of great movies in the 70s and 80s. I know that Palm is also involved. And independent film distribution can be kind of a thankless world, and I was wondering if you could talk about your experiences in it.
Well, with Island, we started with a film called Koyaanisqatsi. I don't know if you know Koyaanisqatsi. It's not a regular kind of a film. And we started at a really a good time. We started just before video came in. And there was nobody at that time releasing sort of independent film for a sort of more of an adult audience. And I don't mean adult in the grown-up audience, let's say. I brought somebody on who was a distributor, one guy, and so we set ourselves up as a distribution company. Even though it was only 4 or 5 of us, I said, well, you know, again, it's sort of semantics. If you call yourself a distributor, then you are already gone from being one of 10,000, which are 10,000 producers, to being one of maybe 50 film companies. So already you've sort of elevated yourself just by changing a word. But in order for the word to mean anything, you have to have somebody who is good at marketing and distributing. And we had somebody who was very good, a guy called Carrie Brokaw. He came and he ran Island Alive initially, which then emerged into Island Pictures. Now what we did was we acquired most of our pictures. We didn't produce many. We produced Choose Me, Alan Rudolph's film Choose Me, but most of the things we acquired. And I soon found out that even in the film business, people don't know, even in the film industry, people were unaware of what you produce and what you acquire. Now, there's a huge difference. When you're going to produce a film, you have an idea of what you think how the film could come out. Very rarely does it come out as you hope, because there's so many different elements. There's such a huge team required. And if one actor doesn't work, then you have to cut round them. And when you cut round them, then it's like dominoes in a sense, then, because every line in a script is there for a reason. So if you have to cut round somebody, then it starts to fall apart. So right now with Palm Pictures, we're not producing hardly anything. We're acquiring virtually everything. So when you're doing that, what it means is that you're seeing something, it's finished, and then the bet you're making is whether you feel that you're going to be able to distribute it and reach the audience that you feel it could reach. So it's mainly acquiring. And in terms of the distribution side being difficult, if you're kind of if you're small and consistent, the same story, as I said earlier, would apply, incidentally. If you suddenly had a film which did, $10 million, you're going to have difficulty collecting, a lot of that excess amount from what your normal business is. But DVD also has changed the whole process, because I view releasing a film in cinemas as an act touring. And then the DVD is available to buy and have at home. So.